Hi Aries, this is Mimi with Divination by Mimi. Welcome to your November 2017 tarot reading with a little bit of astrology and some additional oracle guidance with the cartouche if necessary. So you are a cardinal sign, meaning you're an initiator, and you're actually the first sign of the natal chart. So this makes you a young energy, an energetic energy, an active energy, a fiery energy, and your element is fire. Your constellation or your zodiac sign currently has the sign of Uranus, making not the sign, the planet Uranus in retrograde, making interesting aspects to other really important planets, making, again, interesting aspects. So we'll get into those. But Uranus in your sign might have you feeling, this is your first house, so this is how you present yourself, your nature, who you are, the way you act, the things you say, the things you do, the things that are your gut instinct to do. It's a little bit off kilter, not in a bad way. It's just an unpredictable energy. So you might find yourself going, did I just say that? Or did I actually just do that? And it's actually a very positive energy. In retrograde, it has you kind of reconsidering things, revisiting things. And Uranus is a very unpredictable, life-changing energy. It likes to change old habits, things that have been stuck for a while. It likes to break that energy up and to make a new impact with something changing, something big. So this has impact on the world stage, globally, politically, scientifically, for sure. Uranus's energy is definitely about progress and technological progress at that. So artificial intelligence, things like this might make huge leaps and bounds during this month, and actually through into 2018, you might see big strides made. Now, Uranus is going to be going into Taurus soon, which could have a big impact on, a lot of people are saying, world monetary systems. So some possible big shakeups to watch. We're not quite there yet. It's still in your constellation, but stuff to watch. Now, your ruling planet, Mars, I believe you are in Libra. Mars, your ruling planet, is in Libra right until... Oh, no, you're actually going to hang out in Libra for the remainder of the month. Venus will be moving into Scorpio on the 8th. And I'm surprised you're not moving into Scorpio. For some reason, I thought you would be. Maybe it's December you do that. December. Yeah, you'll be moving into Scorpio. Your ruling planet Mars will be moving into Scorpio December 10th. In Scorpio, there are a lot of planets. So a lot of planets visiting Scorpio. So up until the 6th, it will be in Mercury will be in Scorpio. Then it's going to move on to Sagittarius. What else do we have? Jupiter, that's the big one that's in Scorpio. And so Jupiter is the kind of like Zeus. He's kind of like the sky god, like the main god, right? On Olympia, Mount Olympia. And then his brother Hades is the one, or Pluto is the one that went down, to the underworld. And he's kind of the impetus to uncover reasons for things. And that's the nature of Scorpio. This is Scorpio season right now. So this is the time when we, and these signs, these planets illuminate things down there. So because Jupiter is an expansive energy and it tends to bring light to things, the fact that it's moving into the underworld, into the land of Scorpio, the Pluto world, it's going to start to show things that perhaps have been subdued, buried, hidden, accepted as okay, but really haven't been. Shadow stuff, basically. So it's a very exciting time. Oh, what else have we got? Venus is in Scorpio. I think I mentioned that. That tends to bring that idea of money and sensuality, sexuality, love, things like that. Very intensive feelings when that's finding itself in Scorpio. Saturn is still in Sagittarius, makes its big move home to Capricorn at the solstice in winter, December 20th, 21st, 20th, something like that. Capricorn, Pluto is in Capricorn and direct. North Node still in Leo, and Chiron still retrograde in Pisces, as is Neptune. I think that about covers it. We do have a full moon on the 4th, which has already passed. That was in Taurus. And then we have another new moon on the 18th in Scorpio, and that occurs at 6:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's new moon in Scorpio, the fourth quarter of Scorpio. So lots of activity, lots of deep emotional activity going on. That's kind of the nature of the Scorpionic season. Halloween, the darker months, the darker side of the wheel, the colder months, at least in the northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere, you're enjoying spring. Totally different story. Okay, so that's really all I have to say in terms of astrology. So let's get into your reading. I've already taken up a lot of time with the astrology, so my apologies there, but we'll just go ahead and do a 3-card pull based on the supernal triangle. So if you follow the Kabbalistic tree of life, this would be Keter, Chokmah, and Binah. If you follow the Kemetic tree of life, this would be Menasor, Tehuti, and Sekert. Or psychologically, the Jungian idea, this would be superconscious, conscious, and subconscious. And I'm going to be using the Morgan Greer deck, really colorful deck. And this is based on the Rider-Waite system, Rider-Waite-Smith system. So this is for Aries for November 2017. Cardinal sign, initiator, feeling some unpredictable energy, surprising yourself and having energy around you surprising you. What's going on for November 2017 for Aries? Fire sign. All right, cut you up. Okay, whoa, okay. Hecate spoken. First card, superconscious, Page of Swords in reverse. Delayed message. So your conscious mind, the Judgment in reverse, and subconscious. Oh, okay. So we've got 2 major arcana, the Chariot in reverse. So it looks like you're waiting for some kind of a message to come. It's keeping you from graduating or moving on. Some major life event that was going to help you, I don't know, reach some kind of a goal is not forthcoming as expected. You're expecting some kind of message here, some kind of explanation or some kind of understanding of some event that occurred that's not allowing you to get past a major milestone in your life. It really feels like you're stuck, especially with the Chariot in reverse. That's the Cancerian card, but because, it just feels like you're waiting for a message. And I don't know that it's a message of love. It looks like it's a clarification of some sort. Feels like education related. Maybe you're waiting for transcripts, something like that. And that's delayed, and it's delaying everything right now. You feel like you're not able to move on and, stamp this done. Move on, not able to move on. I'm going to get some clarification on this message. Clearly just a communication, not necessarily one of emotion, although it's probably very emotional to you, as it's something that you're waiting on. So we'll use the cartouche based on Kemetic mythos and systems and science. And I am just seeking clarity. What is God Source asking or saying? What kind of message is this? Can we get more information on this message, this communication, this clarification? Page of Swords in reverse. What does that mean? Holy Hecate, Cosmic Soul. What does this mean? Another reversal. You're waiting for an authority figure. There's an authority figure that needs to tell you something. You're waiting on some news from some authority source, whether it's legal. It feels educational. It feels like you're waiting to see if your transcripts have been accepted in time for some semester or something like that, or you're waiting to see if you're in line for graduation. Something's holding you back, and whoever you're waiting for this message from is in the place of authority. So, and here's the tough spot. The energy is being in Scorpio, making these not difficult, but highly energetic um, aspects with the planet that's in your astrological sign, your constellation. Uranus in retrograde, because there's a lot of heavy emotion happening in Scorpio. Venus is there. Moon's going to be in there. The dark of the moon's going to be there. Just a lot going on in that constellation. It feels like if you assert yourself on this, it may come across as I would just be careful and double check how you communicate your concern to this position of authority, this person or body that's in authority that you're waiting on to get this message from, because this message is kind of holding your life up right now. But there's an instinct because you're anxious, and there's an emotion attached to it, a pressure, a passion attached to the fact that you can't seem to move forward because of this. There'll be an instinct to perhaps be overly aggressive or try to usurp the authority of the person that's actually responsible for relaying this information to you. And I would just say, and because emotions are high right now for everyone, you and the person in authority. So just keep in mind and double check and think again and think again and think again before you speak or communicate your concern to this authority body, this body of authority. That you're not coming across as overly aggressive, because things can be misconstrued and there'll be emotion attached to them. And if it's going to happen, it's going to happen around this time of year. Just so much emotion right now, and so much emotion attached to scorpionic things, which are usually things that have to do with deep-seated old motivations for why we do what we do, whether good or bad. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so I think that's it. You're waiting for a communication. It's holding your entire life up. It's like you can't graduate or something, or you can't move. It's like you're waiting on loan papers, or you're waiting on student loan papers. But it really feels like education for some reason. But I mean, if you're buying a home, you're waiting on that. But you can't pass a milestone, and you can't get your life moving until this happens, until you get the word from this government official and what have you. Okay, so Aries, I hope that was of some help to some of you. Again, that's a very general reading. I think it was pretty specific for someone, or a few of you anyway. It felt that way. If you have questions, or comments, leave them in the comment section below, or feel free to email me at mimimemes@hotmail.com. That's MIMIMEEMS@hotmail.com. That email address link is in the description box below this video. Or you can book a reading that way. Just email me if you're interested in a personal reading. We can get into this, really reasonably priced. Just email me and I'll let you know what the prices are. And I think that's it. All right. Well, enjoy the new moon. I'll be uploading a video for that as well. And I will see you very soon for December. Have a wonderful November. Try to remain patient. I know I'd be going crazy too. Hang in there. Just watch how you communicate. Really employ diplomatic skills. Okay, much love. Bye.